What's going on, everybody? Welcome to G Myers World, and before we get started, please go ahead and like the video. Thank you very much. It's appreciated. I'm going to be giving you guys some insight into something that has happened since the most recent patch in November that you must know. Now, we had all these situations about red chems, and a lot of you guys got a lot of free training points, some of you more than others. Some of you got so many training points, you will never need to buy training points for the rest of the year. That's how many training points you got, because a lot of you guys were already spending a lot on training to start. So when the red chems were discovered to not really be working and EA fixed the mistake, you guys were reimbursed with a lot of stuff. I'm here to tell you right now that a lot of the red chems still don't work. So we're going to go down the line through it so that way you guys can understand it. Now, this is for both veterans, the guys that are in the middle, and novices, the beginners as well. Let me explain something to you so that you thoroughly understand it. This spin specialist is garbage. Okay? Do not buy it ever. Don't look at it. If you look at it, you might lose sight. It's trash. Okay? I just want to make sure, you know, I'm not yelling at you guys, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I'm trying to keep my cool because EA is doing me dry. Like, I keep losing training points trying out these things, and I don't want it to happen to my viewers. Stay away from that. It's garbage. And let me explain to you, right? If you guys want to see it in action, if you guys are watching this video on November 27th, 2018, you can go over to my past broadcast on twitch.tv/G Myers World, where I tried it out, and you can see the type of spins he was doing. The spin mechanisms that you do naturally is the old school one from like Madden 17, where you put your foot in the ground and it's stupid, and it doesn't work when you just need a simple spin to keep it going. So for that being the case, I do not at any time recommend that you guys indulge with that. All right, stay away from spin specialists. I'm telling you right now, for all you guys, yeah, bro, yo, it's dope, it works. It does not. It's stupid. Stay away from it. Never stumble. I prefer to control the way my guy never stumbles. You know what I'm saying? I use the analog stick and I get them up and they keep running. I don't want the computer to do it, because what happens is sometimes they do it and it really messes up your run. And I don't like that issue. I like to have full control of my player, so I leave it. I don't recommend this. Return man, I don't want to put him on returns because I have the ball, and then he's my starting running back. Then I got to put Ricky Williams in, but Ricky Williams is more of my power back. I'm actually going to, you know what it is? With those routes, the special route combination that I have for Ricky Williams, I might take that off and just make him a trucking back. If we're being honest about it, because you know like how everybody strafes now because they're waiting for the spin move? It probably would be smarter for me to just truck them. So I might have to put truck specialists on him. But yeah, the way that he is right now with the elite route specialist, it does work with getting those fly routes out with the running back. But I don't think I've been using it as much, so I don't think it matters as much. The juke move specialist, I think this is also garbage. Some of you guys like it. I would not recommend it at all. Okay. And by the way, let me just tell you this right now. Zeke Elliott is a really, really good running back. Will he last? That remains to be seen. You know what I'm saying, bro? The dude might get rage sold during this video. Like it might just click, bro. But at the end of the day, when I was utilizing him on my squad, I do like the way he moves, just so that you understand that. All right. Now, with everything else that I was talking about as far as the elite route specialist on the running backs, we're going to go over right now. We're going to take a look at Ricky Williams, right? Now, we all know that the upgrade is coming soon with level 70 and everything like that. So there may be additional things that he may be able to add to his card. He may get additional chems, etc., etc. We'll see what happens when that time comes. But right here, right, this is the thing. I have the stiff arm specialist owned. I have the spin move specialist owned. But I bought this way back when I thought that it would work. And then I realized it was garbage then. But I was like, you know what? EA said they fixed it. Let's go take a look at it, and it turns out that nothing was fixed. It's all still stupid. So I could put him as a return man and have him back there with Dion, because he might be glitchy because he could also truck. You see, when you think about it like this, it may work out in certain cases to have somebody that can truck if the ball is kicked deep, instead of just having a guy like Deion Sanders with spin move, because people are going to strafe now. They understand, like, with the way that the game is, all you have to do is pretty much hold L2, and you won't get strafed 97% of the time. I mean, spin moved 97% of the time. You know what I'm saying? You won't get spin moved. But some guys you'll get those guys that are not, you know, their TV is off. They're wearing SpongeBob pajamas. Yo, rest in peace to, what is his name? Steven Hillenburg? The creator of SpongeBob, who passed away, man. Yo, I really felt that, because SpongeBob was very, very special to me and my family, and we still watch it now, but only the first 3 seasons, I believe. Everything after that just went haywire, but the experiences can never be duplicated for what that show did, so rest in peace to him. But the guy that's wearing the SpongeBob, you know, his underwear or whatever he's doing, and look, that guy guy that you're going to play that's going to be an absolute idiot, he's going to spin move you even while you're strafed. That's going to happen because EA Sports wants that to happen. But that's not something generally that goes on. I just want to make sure you understand that. If you just strafe up and you just wait for them to spin, you're going to tackle them. And that's it. So realistically, I think the truck thing might be... Well, hell, why doesn't he have truck specialists? I was saying I'll go put truck specialists, but he don't have it. All right, yeah, so he got to just stay with this. He got to stay with elite route specialist. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, what is he even doing out here in these streets? Like, bro, you garbage, bro. It don't really matter. We're not doing stiff arm specialist because the one thing I learned about that, even if you don't have stiff arm specialist on, they'd still give you the same animation. If you just, you know, you time the stiff arm the right way. So that's all good. Now, you might say, what about energized? I don't want to put energized over this because I might, when he come in, utilize him with that route. But I'm going to test out energized and see if the stamina, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it really shows that they keep that stamina with every special move, because, you know what I'm saying, with every successful ball carrier move, that includes stiff arm spin moves, jukes, and everything like that. If we get one that's successful, that should mean that they should be still moving at top speed because they shouldn't have lost stamina. So I'm gonna test that out with first, you know, with Zeke Elliott, and then we'll go from there. Everything else after that, guys, is pretty much the same, except for the fact that Tyreek Hill, he now gets deep route specialist, which I keep telling you guys, right? Some of you guys don't really understand that the deep route specialist is the glitch in MUT. Like, that's something that if you have this on your player, it's going to cause a lot of problems simply because, you know, that deep route, the deep route, deep crosser, it's very, very difficult to cover throughout in its entirety. Even if you get a weirdo that's running cover 3 to the T and he's running stock coverages and he's being an idiot and a guy's raging off the edge and just sacking you every play. Like, I played an idiot earlier and he was coming in with Kevin Green every play. I thought the guy was part of my offensive line, but that's neither here nor there. When you're playing dudes like that, you're going to have to probably have better blocking protection. But the deep crosser routes that this brings I think it's very beneficial. I think it's something that you should definitely utilize. It is no way that I would not recommend that to you. Now, playmaker is something that you might consider on some players to be able to get the fast play. You know, if you're that kind of guy, you know how you play those idiots that, you know, they come out and they're running bunch, and then the guy on the left, they stop him short, and then they playmaker him up the field when your zone is just like being stupid. You know, if you're gonna play like that and block everybody and do that, that might be something that you want to run. At this point right now, in my opinion, I think the deep route specialist is worth a lot more than playmaker. So I would probably stick with that if your player can meet the threshold to get deep route specialist. That's just my opinion, guys. If you choose to want to go playmaker over a deep crosser, that's going to guarantee you yards when you need it the most. I can't argue, you know, with you doing that. T.Y. Hilton is also very, very good. You can see he also has a deep route specialist. He is also a very, very good card. The thing that makes him very glitchy is that he meets the spin move threshold, so he's even more ridiculous. Okay, now you can try to go zone run on him instead of go deep, but I think that it might benefit you more to just keep him the way that he is and just add him with the go deep to increase, you know, his deep route running and stuff like that, beat press. I think that those are very essential. He, again, I would definitely keep the deep route specialist on him. I would not go away from that for any reason at all, simply because, like I said, the deep crossers is life in Madden 19. Maybe in Madden 20, they'll be able to actually play defense the right way, but for the way that it is now, and that's the mechanics of the game, no matter how they fix the zone. See, this is what I try to point out to a lot of you guys. No matter how many patches they do, it's never going to change the mainframe of the game. The mainframe of the game was made for the zones to play like that. So are you going to be able to stay around with them? Have they done better jobs at letting the curl flats play? Yes, but it still doesn't really cover it. Because all you have to do, everybody knows, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell you what to do, but you guys know what to do to draw the attention down, and your corner's going to be running around like a chicken with his head cut off. So it is what it is. And I don't want you guys to feel like I'm not providing you with the best information as far as how to make sure you got the best red chems on your team. I do still believe that the deep route specialist, by far the best chemistry to put on your receivers, is just by far the best. Now, if you're having issues and you want to have drag routes, just come out in plays that already have a drag route, because obviously this takes place, like the deep crosser takes place of the drag route. So if you have issues like that, just come out with plays with original drag routes in it, if you're that set on running drag routes. All right? Now, let's jump to the defensive side of the ball. We've been touching base on out of my way as opposed to situational pass rusher. Since the patch, Out of My Way has been a lot more OP. I'm going to explain something to you very, very thoroughly so you understand, though. The thing about Out of My Way that's stupid is when they blow up somebody that has lead blocker, they just stand there stunned for like a couple seconds or a second. In order for you to make sure that they react right away, you have to click on that player. All right, so once the O highlights and you see that the person that's trying to impact block or whatever they're doing, trying to blow you up on the field, once the guy gets stunned, because he usually won't get pancaked, you must click on and either go for a conservative tackle, hit stick, whatever you got to do, and get that person to the ground. But Out of My Way is OP. Unfortunately for us, Aaron Donald doesn't have enough block shed, so he cannot get Out of My Way. So for the most part, he doesn't really play in key downs. Unless it's absolutely necessary, somebody else takes his place. I may put him in when I run nickel because you can't really do anything else. You know, I got this guy Out of My Way. No, actually, I don't put him in. I put Khalil Mack and Alan Page in for nickel now because they both have Out of My Way. And then Von Miller and Lawrence Taylor play the ends. And then this guy, you know, he just chills out. And then these two guys are my linebackers, all right? Because I don't need to put a safety there because I like the way that these guys play. I like the speed of Ryan Shazier, so it works out for me the way that that's formulated when I run nickel. 4-3, I think what I do is Khalil Mack goes in at D tackle also, Alan Page, and then Von Miller and Telvin Smith, I believe, they go down, right? And then do we blitz? I think we blitz Lawrence Taylor off the edge. Ryan Shazier, Deion Jones are the linebackers in the middle. It still works out, but for the most part, Aaron Donald doesn't play as much. Unless I'm in goal line, like, you know, I'm trying to stop a QB sneak, something weird like a fullback dive along those lines. I will keep him in the game to do that. But for the most part, this guy, even with all of his glitchy stats, the Out of My Way is so integral into making everything, you know, the way it's supposed to be. And you'll see that his block shedding is a 91 there, but his highest rated card before being powered up is below the threshold, and it stands at 88, so it's just not enough to give us what we're looking for at that point. All right, so those are the things that I want to make sure that you guys understand. Out of My Way and Lockdown are probably the best, still the best defensive chemistries. Obviously, with Lockdown, we'll go and take a look over here on the side. It gives you that that play recognition, that man coverage, and that zone coverage, and the catch. And that catch rating comes in handy for my man over here, Adrian Amos, which a lot of you guys try to make fun of him saying he can't catch. But then he comes in, and then now I think he's at like a 70-something catching. Yeah, 73. So he's been very, very useful in that regard. I just want to make sure you guys are aware of that as well going forward. Okay, so Lockdown and, you know, right now it's Lockdown and Out of My Way is a red chem. Lockdown is a scheme chem, and I use Lockdown and Run Stuff currently because the Run Stuff gives them the block shed, and that actually helps to impact them. I haven't really noticed the difference with the finesse move versus, you know, using the pass rush thing instead of the Run Stuff as of yet. I haven't noticed anything, but you know, once we start to get dual chems rocking and rolling, I'm going to definitely inform you guys about it. But the finesse move doesn't seem to be as good since the patch. It looks like it's more about block shedding, putting Out of My Way on your players. So that's the gist of what's going on with the squad right now. I don't want you guys to make any crazy mistakes. So please leave a comment in the chat. I'm pretty sure there's other guys that are very knowledgeable about MUT, way more knowledgeable than I am. If I can't get to the question to answer it, I will look over it and see that you guys are getting the right information just to make sure everybody's on the same page. But it's impossible for me to answer every single question, which is why I appreciate everybody that contributes positively inside the chat and gets everybody, you know, motivated to do better within Madden 19 Ultimate Team. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you haven't liked the video, please do so now. Definitely follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram at GMyesWorld, and I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love.